range. I think we'll be able to deal with that right now. He's not going to outmaneuver us. I believe we are more maneuverable than we can do on edge. Greetings and salutations, fellow pilots. This is Akirishin. There is currently a special going on in the premium shop. Bundles that have the LAGG-3 and also the LA-11. Where are you, LA-11? There we are. And the LA-11. And so I thought you might want to see these two aircraft in action and learn a little bit about them to see, do you want these planes? Are they worth it? So in terms of the LA-11, it has three 23mm cannons that do 110 damage per second with a rate of fire of 400 rounds per minute, so about a medium rate of fire. Pretty good effective firing range of 740 meters, so not too bad there. The LA-11 has good airspeed and boost. I want to say it is an 8-second boost, if I recall correctly. I'll certainly make note of that once we get into our combat. And it also has good maneuverability in rolls and turns. So, you know, in that respect, it's kind of a middle-of-the-road aircraft. It's not bad at airspeed or bad at maneuvering, but it's not highly maneuverable or have high airspeed either. Kind of right there in the middle. It's effective in mid-altitude maneuvering. We'll take a look at the stats there in that regard in a moment. Now, to assist this aircraft's good maneuverability, to try to improve upon that, I have equipped Lightweight Airframe 3, which increases maneuverability in all axes by 3%, and Control Surface Adjustment 3, which increases maneuverability in the turns by 3%. To help our good airspeed, to help maintain that, I have equipped Engine Tuning 3, which increases our engine power by 5%. That helps us to keep our speed in turns and in the climb. It can be very useful in that regard. In terms of pilot skills, I have an 8-point pilot on this aircraft that I'm actually moving between the LAGG-3 and the LA-11. I can do that for free since they're premium aircraft. And on that pilot, to augment our good airspeed, I have equipped Engine Guru 1, which increases engine thrust by 3%. Also, I have equipped Marksman 1, which reduces dispersion of forward-firing weapons by 5%. And that significantly increases the chance of hitting a target. As I mentioned, those cannons have a 740-meter effective firing range, so that's pretty far out there, so it's good to have less dispersion, I'm thinking. I have also selected, as a pilot skill, Aerodynamics Expert, and that helps improve the effects by 40% of all three of our upgrades. So good synergy between our pilot skills and our upgrades, which I really like to have on aircraft. I have also selected Aerobatics Expert, which increases maneuverability in all axes by 2%. Now you could, as an alternative to this build, get rid of the Marksman 1 skill and the Aerobatics Expert skill and instead equip Engine Guru 2 to increase engine thrust and top speed by 2%. And that effect is cumulative with Engine Guru 1. And then you would have 1 skill point left over, and you could maybe put that into fire resistance. So that's an alternative build that I think would be completely viable. The goal is to accentuate this aircraft's strong points, which are its good airspeed and its good maneuverability. And either one of those builds does that. In terms of ammunition, we're using universal ammunition, and that has equal parts chance of fire and chance of critical damage for our cannons. This aircraft, as do all fighters, has low survivability, and so I have equipped automatic fire extinguisher, which puts out fires on the aircraft, automatic engine restarter, because we can't have good maneuverability or good airspeed if our engine gets knocked out, obviously, and control surface auto trim, which restores controllability of wings and tail. Those are of course all gold consumables, and because of that they have a 60-second cooldown and activate automatically. You don't have to think about it. The non-gold version of those consumables have 90-second cooldowns and activate manually. In terms of the aircraft specifications, the optimum altitude for the LA-11 is 1,400 meters. So that, I would say, is kind of middle of the road, mid-altitude, maybe even low mid-altitude. Your higher mid-altitude would be maybe more in the 1,800 meters range. Average time to turn 360 degrees, 9 seconds, so that's pretty good. Not too bad. Let's see, stall speed is 120 kilometers per hour. Just by way of comparison, if we look at the Tier VIII LAGG-3, same tier as the LA-11, its stall speed is also 120 kilometers per hour, and it has an 8-second 360 degree turning time. So, and the LAGG-3 is a very maneuverable aircraft, so we're just 1 second off of that with the LA-11, so that's pretty good. And it's a mid-altitude aircraft, not just a low-altitude aircraft like the LAGG-3 is. Alright, in terms of paint schemes, currently looking at summer, winter, desert, and my favorite, marine. Alright, looking at the LAGG-3, it has a 20mm cannon that does 84 damage per second with a rate of fire of 420 rounds per minute and an effective firing range of 660 meters. So that's maybe about a medium effective firing range, not too bad for this tier. It also has a 12.7mm machine gun that does 47 damage per second with an 800 round per minute rate of fire, and an effective firing range of 500 meters. Fairly typical for the firing range for machine guns. But in addition to that, it has two 7.62 millimeter machine guns, each of which do 30 damage per second with a 1500 rate of fire, 1500 rounds per minute. That's huge. Going to be starting some fires with those for sure. You do take a hit though in the effective firing range with only 440 meters. That's pretty low. But boy, you get in close and get those 1500 rounds per minute. That's going to be tearing into things. In addition to that, you have 8 rockets available to you that do 450 damage each within a 35 meter radius. So there's our rockets there, ready to fire off. Alright, so this aircraft has good airspeed and boost. It's got a 6-second boost, which is pretty abysmal. You know, Japanese fighter length of time. It has good maneuverability in horizontal turns. This is a low altitude combat aircraft. To accentuate our good maneuverability, which is certainly not high or very high, I've equipped Control Surface Adjustment 2, which increases maneuverability in turns by 3%, and Lightweight Airframe 2, which increases maneuverability in all axes by 3%. As with the LA-11, I have also equipped Engine Tuning 2, which increases engine power by 5%. Pilot skills wise, again using the same pilot that we had for the LA-11, and as I mentioned earlier, we've got Marksman 1, which probably isn't the best skill for this aircraft. I think this aircraft could definitely benefit from Engine Guru 2. So I would probably suggest for this aircraft you go with Engine Guru 1 and Engine Guru 2, and then Aerodynamics Expert, so that all of your upgrades have been, their effects have been increased by 40%. Because I have found that speed and stalling and altitude performance for this aircraft suffers, so having a little extra engine oomph I think can really help, and I don't know that the Marksman 1 is really all that important on this aircraft. Okay, so looking at ammunition, got universal ammunition. For the cannons, it has equal parts chance of fire and critical damage. For our first machine gun, we have a high chance of fire and a medium to low chance of critical damage. Same thing on our other machine guns, which is typical. I mean, if you have a high rate of fire like you do on the machine guns, it's good to be able to start a lot of fires with those, do a lot of damage. I've equipped automatic engine restarter, Control Surface Auto Trim, and automatic fire extinguisher, just as I did on the LA-11. It's basically the same build as is on the LA-11. Aircraft specifications, optimum altitude is 800 meters, so it is very much a low altitude multi-role fighter, and it really suffers as you get up higher. It stalls horribly. The stall speed on this is 150 kilometers per hour, and that can be a real problem, I have to say. Average time to turn 360 degrees, 10 seconds. So, you know, that's not bad, but it's not great either. Okay, so let's look at paint schemes. You're currently looking at desert, winter, summer, and marine. I think probably desert is my favorite on this particular aircraft. Okay, so that's a look at my build and specifications for the Tier IV LAGG-3 Series 4 Multirole Fighter Russian aircraft, and a Tier VIII LA-11. So the Slovakian LA-11, also Russian fighter. I wanted to mention that I found a very interesting series that you all might enjoy. It is available in digital format on Amazon, and that series is called The Attackers, and it is basically the story of a unit of Russian fighter pilots flying Yaks. Lydia, the famous Russian female pilot of World War II, seems to be part of the series, and I have really enjoyed the series. Now, it is in Russian, so you do have to, watch the subtitles, but I think that you might really enjoy, if you're looking for a good series or flick on World War II aircraft. It's a great series, a lot of fun watching it. So I've kind of binge watched it. So hopefully I don't run out of episodes. I'm just on season 1 right now. But hey, consider getting that. You might enjoy that if you like Russian aircraft and the Eastern Front during World War II, if that interests you. Alright, so what we'll do now is we will head into some combat with the LAGG-3 Series 4 Multirole Fighter, and then after that we will follow up with combat with the LA-11. So our sortie in the LAGG-3 will be over the scorching sands, edge of the world.
You are approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
Let that guy finish. Theater of operation. And we will be headed to the military base first, and from there, probably to the garrison, where no doubt there will be a hotbed of battle going on. And let's see, we have it's like one human player on each team.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
We have a 6-second engine boost, which is meh. Nothing to write home about. That's Japanese engine boost level, which is not too great. Okay, let's send some rockets in down here. Get that. There we go. Alright. Let's see if we can't take out some air defense aircraft now. Get up to him, that is. Ugh. Alright. This aircraft, I've noticed, does tend to stall. Looks like we haven't taken it yet. We've got some rockets left though, so let's see what we can do here. that not take it out? Really? Good are rockets if you can't take out a anti-aircraft emplacement. Looks like we just have a one little bunker left here. Finish it off. What am I missing here? Why isn't that bunker finishing off? I don't understand how that could still be in place. There's that off. Ugh. We still have not captured that military base. Do have the airfield though. Although their military base is going to work on it. Alright, get back over here and finish it off. Probably that, whatever that bomber is up there is holding us back. DO-17Z. Once we get there, we can take it out. Also have a heavy fighter here.
The enemy is launching rocket strikes on our complex. Try to neutralize the enemy military base.
Yeah, we just can't stop stalling. Alright, let's get down here and deal with what we have here.
We are losing the military base. There are too many enemy aircraft.
I'm trying. There we go. It just needed some rockets. Okay, a very low health fighter there.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things easier for you.
And once again we are stalling. Horrible stall speed on this thing. Okay, nothing wants to fight down low though, where we are.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
Okay, I'll never get up there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly onto the airfield over here, which honestly is going to take me forever. It looks like we're gonna lose this thing no matter what we do. Got a biplane air defense aircraft coming in at us.
Return to base.
Lord, we ought to be able to take out a biplane pretty easily.
Step it up. We're losing the battle.
Come on, die! Die! Alright. Yes, we just outmaneuvered you. Now you're going to outmaneuver us because you're in a Japanese fighter. Where's that Japanese fighters? I could just get one burst off. Might be able to finish that thing off. Oh no, stalling. Of course. Just outlasted it, I guess. Yeah, don't try to do any kind of climbing with this thing. It's like flying a brick. Looks like we have our rockets back anyway. Although this is pretty much over at this point. I want somebody to fly right at me so that I can give them a face full of rockets.
Attention all aircraft. Fall back and regroup.
Okay, so unfortunately a defeat. However, it looks like all these medals would indicate that the LAGG-3 did okay. Lambert Medal, Flying Raider Badge, Conqueror, #1 spot on the team, Subjugator, Avalanche, Effective Fire, Flying Start, 3 chevrons on the grade rank. So yeah. Okay, so looking at the after action report, looks like 9 aerial targets destroyed, 3 assists, 7 ground targets destroyed, so that's pretty good. Captured 2 sectors. We were in battle for about 6.5 minutes there. 8,600 in combat points. Alright, so that, folks, was the LAGG-3 Series 4 Multirole Fighter. I would say one of its definite drawbacks is the excessive stalling. Which the stall speed for this is at 150 kilometers per hour. That's pretty abysmal. Let's see, just by comparison here, another Tier 4, its stall speed is 80 kilometers per hour. So, yeah, That's why we're stalling so much. Anyway, let's head into a battle with the LA-11 and see how it does. So our sortie in the LA-11 will be over the northern bridgehead, Polaris Theater of Operation. We'll be headed to the command center first, get that secure, and then move on probably to the forward airstrip.
You are approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
Looks like we have one other human in the match on the enemy team, flying a P-51H.
Show me what you can do, pilots.
All right,
Let's
we are
roll.
off. Got an 8-second engine boost. Yeah, let's see what we're dealing with here. Go after these fighters first. They're the easiest to knock out versus the heavies. Short bursts with these cannons, they do overheat. Is this a heavy? Yeah, they got it. Let's see here. We just need a little something
The enemy is concentrating
to get this. I wonder if I can
airfield.
knock out a gun emplacement here, and you use that to finish off the command center here. Come on. Got it.
Captured the command center.
Assuming I
Trying
don't
to
crash.
contact the front headquarters.
Alright. The LA-11 ground attack aircraft. Not. But it'll do in a pinch. Alright, what's our other... Oh yeah, P-51H, that's right. I said that. We'll want to identify him sooner rather than later.
Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach their target.
Not seeing him. Don't want to be surprised by a P-51H. Alright. Low health ground attack, or air defense aircraft there. So we can't take it out. Alright. Some fancy rolling here, see if that gets us out of trouble. What is that? There's our P-51H. I think we'll be able to deal with that right now. not going to outmaneuver us. I believe we are more maneuverable than the P-51H. Okay, ME-209A. Ooh, let's get this multi-roll. They're not very maneuverable, but boy, they pack a wallop. Those Sindens. Get out of my way, bot. Jeez. Get all up in my business. What do we have over here? Oh, there's that ME-209A. Take that out. There we go. Okay. LA-9. Coming in like a rocket. What's that up high there? Is that P-51H? Gotta keep an eye out for that. No, not the P-51. And I'm using air brakes and extend flaps to stay behind this aircraft. Still no P-51H. Keep expecting to get jumped by that. That was close. Those are all bots. What is this up here? J8M multi-roll.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
And I was okay with that collision
The
because
enemy has taken over the command center. Immediate counterattack
I didn't want to
required.
run afoul of the squall line anyway. So we'll head back in here to the airfield, deal with this situation. Do not want them taking our airfield. Oh, heavy fighter there. You know, sometimes I press the mouse button to fire and it doesn't fire. That is really annoying.
That's it. There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your own.
Alright, so let's pay attention to what's going on around us here. Do not want to get jumped. What else do we have here? LA-9 again. Deal with that. Was working on one of our friendlies there. So see if we can try to save our friendly. Overheating. We're just maneuvering there to let that aircraft go around us. What is that anyway? That's that ME-209A. Hopefully we'll deal with that before he takes out our friendly. Oh, such luck. He got him.
Stay alert, pilots. Large enemy force spotted over the airfield.
And got another couple of enemy aircraft there on our friendly. I'd like to be able to help him. Gotcha. Alright, what else do we have here? There's our P-51H. And I don't think we have the energy to get up there. And the enemy team is almost gone.
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
Whoa. Hello. Don't want to get surprise jumped by that P-51 though. That's my worry. Try not to get tunnel vision here. Oh, seriously? Gotcha. Where is that P-51? There he is. Oh.
Victory is in sight.
And there you have it. Oh well. That's exactly what I was worried about. Now we've got a human pilot up there, flying footloose and fancy free, and they are catching up to us. Oh well. Did what we could there, folks. Did what we could. What would be ideal is if we could kill off the enemy team. We're still slightly ahead. Come on, bots, you can do it. Ah, okay, and our P-51H is gone, so that will help. We may yet pull this out. Just hope these let's hope these bombers don't take down our XF-5U. Folks, we may pull this out yet. Come on, let those bombers go. Seriously. Let the bombers go, you bot.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you back home.
That was close, folks, but pulled it out. Victory. Okay, so rank 1 on the team, 3 chevron grade rank, over 13,000 in combat points. Head back and take a look at the after action report. Okay, so 13 aerial targets destroyed, over 3,200 in damaged aerial targets. Destroyed 1 ground target, doing 2,400 damage. Got 2 assists. 3 sectors captured. So yeah, I'd say that that was a pretty good result there for the LA-11. So a fun little aircraft to fly. And I do enjoy both the LAGG-3 and the LA-11. And I hope that helps you to decide whether you want to acquire these 2 aircraft. And if you do acquire them, I hope you have great success in them. And I hope you've enjoyed this video.